This is New York's #1 news. Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Good afternoon. This is Channel 7 Eyewitness News with a breaking news weather update. Over the last few hours, the National Hurricane Center has been tracking a developing tropical system. It has been given the name Tropical Depression 18, and, according to the 11 o'clock advisory, has sustained winds of up to 35 miles per hour. It has formed near the southern Bahamas and is expected to develop into a tropical storm. Tropical Depression 18 is likely moving north towards the eastern shoreline of Florida, where it has the potential to make landfall as a hurricane. We will keep you updated on this developing tropical system. Stay tuned to Channel 7 Eyewitness News for further updates and information.
This is New York's #1 news. Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Good evening. This is ABC 7 Eyewitness News at 5 o'clock. Our first report tonight is on Hurricane Sally, the growing Category 2 hurricane that rivals the strength of Hurricane Sandy in 2012. This storm is slowly moving up the east coast of the United States, and is expected to make landfall in the mid-Atlantic states sometime this weekend. According to the National Hurricane Center, Hurricane Sally will also strengthen to a Category 3 hurricane. Should it hit along the warned areas, it will be the strongest hurricane on the East Coast. The unusually warm waters are to blame for the storm's strength, as a warm front has been heating up the North Atlantic Ocean. The National Hurricane Center says that everyone in the following states listed should prepare for this monster of a storm: Maine, Massachusetts, Connecticut, Rhode Island, New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Delaware, Maryland, Virginia, and Washington, D.C. Stay tuned to Channel 7 Eyewitness News for further updates and information.
This is the emergency alert system. This system was developed by broadcast and cable operators to ensure that viewers are informed in the event of an emergency. This is an immediate evacuation order for the East Coast from as far south as North Carolina to as far north as Maine, which remains in effect until further notice. Catastrophic damage expected. Hurricane Sally, an extremely dangerous hurricane with unprecedented strength, rivaling the intensity of Hurricane Sandy of 2012. Will make landfall as a Category 3 major hurricane with wind up to 135 miles per hour. Most of the East Coast, particularly in New York and New Jersey, will be uninhabitable for weeks, perhaps longer. At least one half of well-constructed homes will have roof and wall failure. All gabled roofs will fail, leaving those homes severely damaged or destroyed. The majority of industrial buildings will become non-functional. Partial to complete wall and roof failure is expected. All wood-framed low-rising apartment buildings will be destroyed. Concrete block low-rise apartments will sustain major damage, including some wall and roof failure. High-rise office and apartment buildings are going to sway dangerously, a few to the point of total collapse. This is a major problem for large urban cities such as New York City, Boston, and Philadelphia. All windows will blow out. Airborne debris will be widespread, and may include heavy items such as household appliances and even light vehicles. Sport utility vehicles and light trucks will be moved. The blown debris will create additional destruction. Persons, pets and livestock exposed to the wind will face certain death if struck. Power outages will last for weeks, as most power poles will be down and transformers will be destroyed. Water shortages will make human suffering incredible by modern standards. The vast majority of native trees will be snapped or uprooted. Only the hardiest will remain standing, but be totally defoliated. Few crops will remain. Livestock left exposed to the wind will be killed. An inland hurricane wind warning is issued when sustained winds near hurricane force, or frequent gusts at or above hurricane force are certain within the next 24 to 48 hours. Once tropical storm and hurricane force wind onset, do not venture outside. Hurricane Sally is expected to be the strongest hurricane ever recorded on the East Coast. Grab everyone in your household, and pack food, water, a battery-operated radio, a flashlight, a first aid kit, and anything else required and evacuate your area. This concludes this broadcast of the emergency alert system. All programming will now resume.
Hi, Phil Swift here for Flex Paste, the incredible rubberized paste. Right out of the tub, Flex Paste is super thick. It clings to the surface and
This is the emergency alert system. This system was developed by broadcast and cable operators to ensure that viewers are informed in the event of an emergency. The National Weather Service in New York City has issued a hurricane warning which is effective immediately for the following areas: Eastern New Jersey, Northeastern New Jersey, Southeastern New Jersey, Southeast New York, and Long Island, New York. Effective until 6 p.m. on Tuesday, November 6th. Over the last 12 hours, hurricane force wind of up to 125 miles per hour, or Category 3 strength, have been impacting the area since this morning. Hurricane Sally is a monstrous hurricane with unprecedented strength and intensity. As of late, the damage includes several fallen buildings, hundreds of homes destroyed by wind, and storm surge up to 10 feet high. If you did not evacuate, it is too late to do so as most highways and roads are closed off due to the hurricane. These conditions will continue through Tuesday. The National Weather Service has also issued a tornado watch for the following counties: in New Jersey, all 21 counties in the entire state; in New York, Suffolk, Nassau, Kings, Queens, Richmond, Bronx, Orange, Westchester and New York County. Follow these instructions. Stay indoors, for if you venture outside you will face certain death. Get to the tallest floor of your building, and remain there until the flooding and storm surge recedes. Be sure to grab food, water, a battery-operated radio, a flashlight, medical supplies, and blankets to keep you safe for the duration of this emergency. We will keep you informed on the situation as soon as more information becomes available. This concludes this broadcast of the emergency. This is the emergency alert system. This system was developed by broadcast and cable operators to ensure that viewers are informed in the event of an emergency. Ladies and gentlemen, we are currently living in the aftermath of a major disaster in the eastern United States. Hurricane Sally, a monstrous Category 3 hurricane, has struck and made catastrophic impacts across the states of New York and New Jersey. The damage is perhaps far worse than that of Hurricane Sandy, which occurred in 2012. The Jersey Shore has been completely destroyed, with all boardwalks and buildings ruined altogether. It has been deemed completely uninhabitable by the New Jersey governor. Thankfully, a majority of the people living there or visiting have evacuated the area, so as of now there are very few casualties. For those that have left, you may not return to your homes, as there is nothing left to return to. In New York City, several large high-rise buildings have suffered complete and total collapse. In addition, there is still heavy flooding of up to 5 feet high in many low-elevation areas in the city, such as Lower Manhattan. The subway is completely underwater, and all trains have stopped working. Elsewhere, damage includes thousands of fallen trees and debris everywhere due to wind and storm surge. An EF0 tornado reportedly touched down in Newark, New Jersey on Monday night, sending an SUV flying through the air into a large building. Miraculously, nobody was present in the vehicle and there were only a few minor injuries from the people inside the building. Overall, however, hundreds, if not thousands of people have died in Hurricane Sally, mostly in New York City and the Jersey Shore. Despite the major disaster that has plagued these areas, we can still move on and rebuild. Just like we did 6 years ago with Hurricane Sandy, we will unite to come together to help rebuild and restore the Jersey Shore and New York City. It may take years, even decades to do so, but this is America. We are one nation, under God, indivisible. We will move on from Hurricane Sally, now estimated to be one of the deadliest natural disasters in the history of the United States. This concludes this broadcast of the emergency alert system. All normal programming may now resume.